you come around here, you're going to stop past the pocket. You want to come into the pocket a little ways, but then you want to do a little back stitch. No sewing through here, so you're going to skip over here, stay on the pocket, and do a little back stitch and continue around, because we are going to need this spot open to turn it inside out. Okay, and this is what it should look like when you're finished that part. Go ahead and take your scissors and cut the top part off, leave the bottom, because that's going to help us when we turn it right side out. I just leave that bottom piece. Actually, not all of it though. You can see probably where I stopped, backstitch, and then made the jump. So I'm going to cut this till I get to that point, turn my scissors out, do that, come in from here, turn my scissors out. And what that did is that created a little tab. And it's just going to make things a little easier when you turn the whole thing right side out. Remove your pins. This is the fun part, I think. Mine's a little bit tight because it's interfaced as well as batting, so it's a little heavier duty actually than any of the ones I've made before. I love interfacing. I think I would put interfacing on everything. I think I do put it on everything. Come on. And yay for chopsticks. I'm going to gently go around my seam. Even though that's poked out, I'm going to go around it anyway. It helps me to make my seam nice and open. Come around. Okay, again, even though that's open, kind of flattening out that seam from the inside. Okay. Now you can see, because I left this longer, I just give it a little tug and it wants to go in. Made it so much easier leaving that little bit of bulk right there. Okay. Give a little finger press. Very, very happy with my little pocket. Steam do its job. Okay, it is cold enough to touch. Next thing you're going to want to do is take it over to your machine and about 1/4 of an inch, even a scant smaller than that, follow this edge all the way around with a nice large stitch. I like large stitching. I think it kind of shows it off how nice your handiwork is. But you don't want to make this too small in through here because you don't want to make it to where your card won't fit in. Because, you know, I don't know the size of your card. So we made this generous enough to accommodate almost any store's card. So be sure to stay within this area, and by sewing across here, it'll catch your opening. Okay? Okay, so as you can see, I did go around the edge. I closed this up just perfectly here at the bottom. Came out really, really nice. Now what you need is Velcro or tongue and loop that will match your project or not. Depends if you're making this for somebody and you want it to look, you know, extra special, nice. But I have some tan that I'm going to use for this project. I could even use black, huh? But as a rule of thumb, anytime I use Velcro, one of the things that I do is I cut the corners. I just think it gives it a really, really professional look. But another reason is so that my fingers don't catch this and I start to weaken the threads that I used to sew it on with. So, just like that. So what you're going to want to do is take your piece, wrap it around like this, okay? And that is going to tell you exactly where your Velcro goes. One piece will go here, and your other one there. And I recommend you go very, very close to the edge, because when you look at the template, at least the one that I have, when you look at this template and you close it, this is pretty much exactly the same size, just tiny bit more. So it should fit any cup of coffee. So go ahead, take this over to your machine and sew that on, and we'll have some closing thoughts. Okay, so I did do my Velcro. I would say it came out really, really good. You know, something I did want to mention to you too, anytime I put Velcro on, I use a very, very small stitch. I used a 1.8 on my machine. The tighter you go and the closer you get to the edge, the less you're going to grab that and pull on it and put some extra wear and tear. So this is what it should look like in the front. One piece of Velcro, one you can't really see. And you fold it like that. There's your cute little cuff for your coffee or your tea or your iced coffee, whatever. And another wonderful thing that I love about this is when you have an iced coffee and you use this, this collects almost all the condensation and you don't make a mess in your car. So that's been one of the benefits that I have found. So there you go. There's another project from Vicki Lee Bags, and make it a great day.